Hey everyone, welcome. I just kind of had a thought earlier. Sometimes I like to read tarot cards. I don't know if you ever read tarot cards or do a little, pull of a card and like, oh, how's my day going to be? What do I need to know about today? And I was like, what would be fun? I think people do this. They open up their Bible and they're like, what kind of a message is this random passage that I'm opening to giving me? And so I pulled my SBL study Bible and just randomly opened to a page, and then thought it was pretty interesting, the the verse that I opened up to, because I was raised Catholic, and I don't know if you all know this, but I thought we read the Bible, but there's so much in the Bible that I have never run across, and this is one of those passages. So I was just like, oh, just like randomly find something, and opened up. I hit on 1 Esdras. I don't know if I'm saying that right. 1 Esdras, and my finger went to verse 88. Now the SBL Bible does it's this nice thing. So I'm doing a Bible study with Monty Mater. Highly recommended. She recommended this book because it gives you a little bit, kind of gives you a little summary of like what it's going to be about. And then in the beginning, let's see if I can quickly go to the beginning of this chapter. They give a little like history, background information, just a little information about what was going on, like information about the authors, what they think about the authors of each book, and such and such. So love this Bible, but I was like, oh, it'd be kind of fun just to like open it up and like hit a verse. So, okay. So I'm in 1 Esdras, chapter 8, verse 88. And it says, the plan for ending mixed marriages. Okay, first of all, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, so let's read it. So you can skip ahead. I'll do a little like skip ahead. This won't take too long, but if you don't like hearing Bible passages, just skip ahead a little bit. The plan for ending mixed marriages. So 1 Esdras, chapter 8, verse 88 through 92. While Ezra was praying and making his confession, weeping and lying on the ground before the temple, there gathered around him a very great crowd of men and women and youths from Jerusalem, for there was great weeping among the multitude. Then Shechaniah, son of Jehiel, I'm so sorry, I know I messed those up, one of the men of Israel, called out and said to Ezra, we have sinned against the Lord and have married foreign women from the nations of the land, but even now there is hope for Israel. Let us take an oath to the Lord about this, that we will put away all our foreign wives with their children, as seems good to you and to all who obey the law of the Lord. Rise up and take action, for it is your task, and we are with you to take strong measures. Then Ezra rose up and made the leaders of the priests and Levites of all Israel swear that they would do this, and they swore to it. I was like, wait, to what? And then the next chapter 9 talks about the expulsion of foreign wives. Okay, so obviously I was like, what is this even talking about? I have literally never read this verse, had no idea what it was about. Apparently, when they come back and they are repopulating Jerusalem, they have to, okay. So they were expelled, right? Now they're coming back. While they were gone, they married foreign wives and had children with them. I'm only saying foreign wives because that's what it says in here. Okay, so they married, they had some children, and they come back, and from what I understand, and I am not a Bible historian, and I literally only looked it up because I randomly went to this verse, so I'm sure there is a lot to know here. So they're coming back, and they are thinking, right, our bloodline is very important. We are God's people, and our bloodline is very important. And so, to my understanding, I'm going to use the word purify. I don't know if anybody else used that. In my mind, it feels like we have to like purify the bloodline. And so only our people. And Ezra, before this, chapter 8, verse 68, I had to go back a little bit because I was like, well, what is going on? Ezra is very upset about the fact that, I don't know, they like came all this way. And Ezra's like, I guess, leading the crowd. I need to look at this. I'll look this up more. Feel free to leave some comments with some background information because I don't understand any of this. Ezra's like leading the crowd. They come back and they get back. They get all the way back. And Ezra's like, oh no, he is. Okay. It says, okay. No, this is really important. You want to be with me. You want to be with me here. For they and their sons have married the daughters of these people, and the holy seed has been mixed with the foreign nations of the land, and from the beginning of this matter, the leaders and the nobles have been sharing in this iniquity. Now, verse 68. As soon as I heard these things, I tore my garments and my holy vestments and pulled out the hair from my head and beard and sat down in anxiety and grief. And all who were ever moved at the word of the Lord of Israel gathered around me as I mourned over this iniquity, and I sat grief-stricken until the evening sacrifice. Then I rose from my fast with my garments and my holy vestments torn, and kneeling down and stretching out my hands to the Lord, I said, O Lord, I am ashamed and dishonored before your face, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Says a lot of things. I don't know. I'm not going to read it all. But what this says to me is they got all the way here. Ezra finds out that there's been marriages, wives taken, foreign wives. He's extremely upset, seems very surprised by this information, tearing his robes and pulling his hair and mourning and groaning and very dramatic. And then, so I was like, oh, okay, like this sounds really upsetting to them. So Shechaniah, so the verse that I randomly went to, there's a lot of explanation for like, right, basically Shechaniah is saying, I have a solution. How does he put it? Because this is why I think it's so funny. We will just put away, that's how he says it. We will put away our foreign wives and children. I'm sorry, it's so not funny that it's funny. We just put them away. So then I was like, what? So I read forward. So the next part, chapter 9, is the expulsion of foreign wives. And it talks about how they get everybody together. They're like, hey, listen, we got to put away. We got to put away our foreign wives and children. And everybody's like, oh no, we have to put away our foreign wives. Okay. So then it lists all the people who had foreign wives. It's a very long list of people who had foreign wives. And all of these verses, chapter 9, verse 18, of those priests, those were brought in and found to have foreign wives were, blah, 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 all the way till chapter 9, verse 36 says, all these had married foreign women, and they put them away together with their children. That's it. That's all you hear about the wives and the children. So I don't know what message I'm receiving from this random verse. I mean, it's kind of upsetting for, I don't know, a couple of reasons, just a few off the top of my head, right? You can comment and let me know what other concerns you might have, but it sounds to me like in a time when women and children, their only considered value at the time, because they were considered objects to be owned, right? They were considered property. They weren't considered humans to consider what this might do to them. They were considered property. And so they had no real value, I'll say, outside of a marriage, right? That's where your safety and your security comes from. And this was a time, right, when you can be defiled, right? So they've already got children. They already had husbands. And so they have been devalued in society's definition, right? Obviously, I don't believe that, but that's what was the belief at this time. And all it says is that the foreign wives and children were put away. They were put out. That's it. That's all they say about it. So these women and children, these wives, what became of them? I'm so curious. Is there, and again, this is coming from, I obviously don't know much about the Bible. What happened to these women and children? Do we have information about what happened to the women and children, the foreign wives and children? Did they just, were they just told to leave? Did they have to find homes in the area, right? Like, what happens to you when you're just put out? And it says so much about how, right, first of all, if you believe that the Bible is infallible, then I have a lot of issue with anybody believing that that this was fine, right? It's infallible. These are God's people, so this was fine. So what's the message? We're not supposed to intermarry. It's okay to purify your bloodline by, like, okay, a lot of questions. In purification of a bloodline, in not just purification of a bloodline where it's like, I am going to choose from here forward to like be very choosy about who I would like to marry as a personal choice to myself, but I am being told by those in charge that I have to get rid of my current wife and children. You have to get rid of them because they are foreign. They're not good enough. This is, I don't know, problematic. What is even going on here? What? Okay. So anyway, here we are. What do you think? What do you think this passage is telling me about what I need to know about the rest of my day? Is this how you do it? Am I doing this wrong? Like, if you're like a Christian and you're like opening the Bible for inspiration, is this how it works? Do you just like open to a page and find a verse? Because like if you opened your Bible and came to this page, like what would be your interpretation? Like what are we taking away from this? I'm trying to think about, because I'm usually pretty imaginative. I'm trying to think of what a positive spin on this would be. And I'm not really seeing any. I don't know what what foreign wives do I need to rid myself of? Do I have foreign wives and children that I need to get rid of? Is this what the Bible is telling me? Is this what I'm inspired? Is this what I'm being inspired to do? Please help. I don't know how to read this verse. I don't know how to read this chapter. I need more information historically. I need more information about these foreign wives and children that have been put out, put away. I need to know if they're okay. I know it's been a while. It's a historical book, if anything. Whatever happened to them? Who are they? Who is their ancestors? Where did they go? Very sad about that. Let me know your thoughts. And tell me if you'd like to read some more Bible verses and see how we can be inspired.